Hey everybody, it's Dustin Grant from GHL. I'm here today to show you how to manage your received documents. And what I mean by this is if you have a scan document that you need to put on a patient's chart or a fax comes in that you need to put on the patient's chart, uh, this will show you how to do that. So you've scanned your document to your computer. Now you're going to go to Records and you'll get this window here. Hit File, Manage Received Documents. If it's first time utilizing this function, you will have to choose the scan folder in which that document lies. For me, I've conveniently named a folder called PS Scans, and I'll just simply choose that. Here is your new window. So if it is an image, you'll be able to view it right in this primary preview window. You'll want to make sure that it's maximized so you'll be able to actually preview the document. But for this sake, I'll just show you that you can use this open it in external application. And that you can preview it before putting it onto the patient's chart. Now, be aware that once you load this file, any of these files on your left-hand side from the folder that you've selected, once you load them onto the patient's chart, they will be deleted from that file. And that is just a privacy protocol that Telus has put into place. Does that mean your document has disappeared forever? No, it is on that patient's chart, and there is a way to download that multimedia you've put on there. And I'll try to remember to show you that near the end. So for the sake of this, we're going to attach this VPN count per health center. We're going to choose our patient up here, and we'll use baby. Or boy, let's go with boy. Okay. So to ensure that you have the correct patients once you've added him, you can see the demographics area right here to double check and make sure that you're not using or on a different patient's chart. So for the sake of this, you have three options here to document that file on that chart. And for the most part, from experience, report is generally the most used and attachment to existent note. Consultation request hasn't really been used, so we're not going to go through that today. So here we are on report. We're going to put this into the chart as a report. So you can report, pardon me, so you can report for the doctor that needs to see the note. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to create a date. Just keep in mind that anytime you do see these black arrows, you can right click and simply add the date created and the date you've received that file. So we'll say today. So down here in the report category section, you can use more than one category. But also from experience, most people just use one. Let's do a consent from patient and add it into that category. So you'll see that these red asterisks here, those are mandatory fields that you need to fill out. Anything down here isn't mandatory, but sometimes it is a nice to have. So use this to notify these. For example, this is if you wanted to notify a mental health worker that's involved with that patient, you just simply go ahead and you can select whomever, multiple people, individuals that you want to notify on this chart. So we're going to go down here and we're going to save into patient. Boom, done. We're going to go out of here. We're going to find the patient. Oh, my bad, my capital locks is on. So from that time period on, you can't remember the last name or first name. You can just simply add a little bit what you remember and go through the list. So we had the boy. Load the chart. And here's his chart. So we have put in that document. If the chart is really full, it'll be hard, especially if something was dated 3 months ago, it'll be hard to find. For this purpose, we'll just go to this table of contents button over here, and you'd be able to find the date that you've received it and the date that it was created, and click it, and it'll automatically show you to that section here. You see how I highlighted blue when I double clicked? If it has this little pin, you should be able to click on it, and there you go. So there's an example of that on there. Another way to get your file back after it's created, you can right click on this pin and detach multimedia, and that will save it back to your computer. Another way to add a document to the patient's chart, you can go to your scanned documents and simply drag and drop into that file. So we could be able to grab that file, and let's see if I have something here. Bear with me for a moment. So you should be able to drag and pin. So we'll go locate a file to drag and drop. Simply drag and drop onto the date and note that you want the attachment to be on. And just like that, it is pinned to that note. Notice how when you drag and drop, your file doesn't get deleted. That could be a privacy concern in some health centers, as you may have more than one person viewing this folder. Most health centers have delegated a kind of gatekeeper, so 1 or 2 people, to do this workflow for scanned in documents. So that is how you get over that privacy hump. And lastly, I will show you how to attach to an existing note from the managed received documents. So we'll go back here. We'll select our patient again. Choose boy. There we go. And we'll attach to existing note. Notice how there's lots of less options. You can still choose users to notify. So we're going to choose our last document that's there. We're going to select a note to receive attachment. It should bring up the chart. There you go. And what you do here is you simply just check it, the box of the note that you want the document to be on, and close the chart. That is an example, and it is now saved there. So we'll go back into Boy's chart and show you what we're done here. So it should be on August 28th note. So we'll try that again. Records, manage received documents. We'll choose our patient. Choose the file. Select the note to attach it to. Simply click the date and note you want it to. It should light up green. And exit the chart. Now the chart should have that saved document. So we'll go double check our work. Okay, there seems to be something going on here. Anyways, that is the tutorial for today. Thank you for joining.